So I have this problem that once I start digging a hole, I can't stop until I hit the very bottom. And that's exactly what I've just spent many hours doing. You're going to be surprised where this one ends up. We of course start with the stolen shovel from our neighbor that moves a teaspoon of dirt at a time. But with enough time and perseverance, we mine enough boring ore to be able to upgrade, piece after piece after piece, until we have a drill so big that it can mine through the earth itself. We do all this while fending off a nosy neighbor, petting our dog, and having regular police inspections. All in the endless pursuit of ever more penetration. I just wish we could have gone deeper. So the Hulls Lake genre is continuing to thrive, and I really couldn't be happier about it. The story until now, my girlfriend got mad at me because I'm not doing anything. She said we're even running out of furniture to sell, so she went to go and be with the neighbor. After that, I looked down at the newspaper, and it turns out there's treasure in the yard. I need no more context than that. We get to digging. As soon as we figure out how to get to our neighbor's house. And we need to figure out which neighbor it is. Okay, I think I found it. We got our first shovel. Is there anything else here we might want? It looks like the only thing we can steal is a shovel. We're going to close the gate to conceal the evidence, and then probably just get to digging. So for now, we take a scoop, and we already found iron. Dig a little more, we found coal. Luckily, we have a weatherproof computer outside. We can buy, sell items, upgrade tools, buy new tools, upgrade house. So for $0, we can buy camo carpet, special carpet with a realistic soil pattern that perfectly blends into the surroundings to hide holes from police. Okay. Oh, interesting. We can add 5 more slots to the warehouse for one space, $612. Plus beer, vegetables, dynamite. It's going to be a real adventure today. And this is our hateful neighbor. He will report all of our actions to the police. I can use vegetables and available objects to defy him. So I need to defy the neighbor. Okay. There we go. We can just knock him back off the wall. That seems to work. This is a policeman. He will check if you're digging in your yard. Digging in the yard is prohibited by law, so any suspicious actions may lead to fines and injuries.
There's no digging happening here.
Nobody's here anyways. Wait. Yep, come on in. There's nothing. You're not a policeman at all. You're a man with a mustache. Some kind of demon. What? There's bears and animals coming out of the hole, but we haven't dug a hole yet. So someone or something is hallucinating. But I can't wait to dig all that stuff up for real. And apparently that was just the tutorial. Although I am more confused than before I did the tutorial. So I guess we'll get started for real this time. I'm still just very confused overall. But we'll get to digging. We got some copper. That might have also been copper. I'm not really sure. That was iron. We do have $55 already, so we can work with that. We're gonna need a bigger, better shovel. And there's the coal. I don't know what the warehouse does yet either. I'm just really happy to be digging a hole. That's all that matters in my life. So we should probably buy the camo carpet right away because that will nicely cover the hole. At the warehouse, we can sell the copper, the iron, the coal, and whatever that was for $61. The new shovel will be $217, and we can get actually a lot of different tools as we go. There's even a saw. Okay, apparently the carpet is a one-time use thing, so I gotta buy one of those every time we think we're gonna get in trouble. So we need to watch out for the neighbor. I think he'll call the police. At least according to the very confusing tutorial. I don't know if there's a jetpack either, so I might have to dig smartly for once. Oh, that was just a big piece of coal. I thought I hit bedrock already and we're 4 inches below the surface. Okay, we found some monsters. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about these. Okay, I shoveled them. Die, crabs. Lost a little bit of HP there, and that also, I see the police thing in the lower middle now. So I gotta be careful of that. When that goes low, I think the police will show up. There is so much coal right here. It's a coal vein. Wow, it actually is. It just keeps going. That's gotta be good for us. We sell all that for, okay, apparently $14. Oh, I have multiples. Yeah, okay, that's better. We have $213. There's also a cat wizard in the corner that I didn't notice before. So that's a lot of fun. There's more copper. We'll keep going down. You are underground. To get out, hold H. Oh, okay, there's no jetpack. We just have a teleportation ability. I have a lot of questions, what is this? Is this a shower? Where does it go and what is it doing? Yeah, how it says we're underground. I'm literally only half under the ground. The police are coming very soon, so I'm just trying to get all the copper and iron that I can real quick to get just a little more money. I just got an achievement for reaching 10 meters deep. I am very clearly at -2 meters. But the police are coming soon, so we're going to get our camo carpet and roll one of those out. Then we're going to sell whatever we have on board. We have almost $300, so we already get a better shovel. And it just looks better. So we're going to wait for the police to pass. Hopefully they ignore my digging mark. And I have a drawing board. Don't know why, but that could distract the police. They'll look at that instead of my hole. Yep, come on in. I think it's normal to have regular inspections of your yard by police. He seemed content with that, and we are not allowed to leave, so we will get back to digging our hole with our bigger shovel, which is actually a sizable difference. I don't know what the house icon is at the bottom, but that's something else I should probably pay attention to at some point. So far, the only thing I want is just a bigger shovel again. We're a quarter of the way to the next police visit, and I'm down to -8 meters. Oh wait, we got a meter going. There's 17 that ways. We got some kind of treasure. I feel like it's also going to get very dark in this hole, so we're going to need to buy some kind of lighting system at some point as well. If I move my way all the way in, we're down to 15, so 15 somethings and we'll get something good. I hear someone laughing. I thought it might have been the neighbor peeping on me. Seems that all is clear up here, so we're going to sell some more ore. Sell everything we got. I'm not sure. No, there's a sell all button. There is a flashlight. It's only $42. It doesn't last long, but it will maybe give us some light. The neighbor doesn't appear to be anywhere, so back down. So yeah, with the flashlight on, you guys can probably see a little bit better.
Then at least one of us will be able to see the stupid things that I'm doing.
That looked like something blue, but it's just coal. The flashlight is throwing me off. I keep hearing the neighbor laugh, and I don't know if that's a sign of something. The police are also coming very soon, so we gotta get out. $55 camo carpet. Love how much money I'm gonna spend on these. But I can also sell all. That puts us back up to about $400. We're right on schedule. In comes the policeman to check for holes. There's also mountains behind the house. There's scenery to look at. Okay, he's gone. We're heading back down for the 14 whatevers. I think we're actually getting pretty close to straight above it, so we gotta go down. Hopefully we find lots of ore so I can get a bigger shovel so we can dig down much quicker. Although I'm already down to about 20 meters, which is pretty good. I'm hearing weird sounds. I don't know if I just missed something entirely, but there was definitely a sound that got my attention. Oh wait, I think I found a golf club. Warehouse that? I think we can sell it from there, maybe use it? I'm not sure. That's got to be an ancient artifact given how deep it is. There's also an open shaft, I think. I found a open tunnel. Oh, I'm being attacked by crabs. Oh, they're up top. Okay, I get it now. So we hold H, we leave the hole. Where's my little idiots? That was the sound I was hearing. Luckily, these ones don't do too much damage. Well, since I'm up here, we do a neighbor check, and when we don't see any, we're going to sell all, including the golf club, which is $35. That puts us up to $611. So we can actually upgrade the shovel and have money left over. We can actually upgrade a few times over. We're going to take this for now, because there's going to be other things we want and need to buy, like maybe a first aid kit, although that is pretty expensive. Oh, there are lamps as well, so we can get more light. So I'm going to buy a few of those as well. Oh, that's much better than the flashlight. So I just stick those around everywhere we need a little bit of extra light, and we need to find what this is. We're getting close to something good already. Okay, a little bit hard to see so far. Not sure we're going to put a, hello? Can I put a lamp somewhere? Okay, it's a spot where the dirt didn't spawn in, but the ore still did. So we'll take all of that. And what is that one? Coal. There's also a big rock that I can actually break away. Oh, that's just a big piece of copper. I can break into more manageable size pieces. Okay, there's a bottle. We can go ahead and take that. There's also a cash register. Okay, we can throw this, rotate it. Okay, we're going to drop that. We're going to put it in a warehouse. We're going to sell everything like that. Also, the police are coming soon, so I need to go cover my hole. So we're just going to go ahead and sell all. We have almost $1,000 again. Minus 55 for the camo carpet yet again. Oh, I just saw the neighbor there too. I didn't see him. He's hiding up here this time. How do I get rid of him? Got him. That might be my former girlfriend who's appearing at the window. Am I supposed to hit her with something? Maybe that's just a bit of an Easter egg. Anyways, I need some more lights and we've got hole to explore. I'm going to buy 2 sets of lamps. Dynamites and bombs are still a little bit expensive, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. Not until we find some proper treasure. Okay, I think I just got a piece of wood. And I need to get that big one out of my way before we're able to get in here, which is fine because that's just value. I love how all this ore is just sitting in the way. Oh, I can actually walk right through it. Never mind. Oh, this place comes with lights as well. Ow. Wait, what? Oh, bugs. I might need some extra lights in here because it is hard to see, but we'll take every bit of treasure we can. There's also some spots on the walls that I can still dig through, like whatever this is. I absolutely can dig in this again. Those little crab things are also slowly whittling down my health. I've got somewhat limited time before the police show up again. There's a money suitcase. Warehouse. What's this one? Drugs. Money suitcase. Lamp. Money suitcase. Crate. Barrel. We will go that way eventually. I want a better shovel. There's a cheese wheel. Yeah, okay, we're finding all sorts of good stuff down here. We don't ask questions, we take it all and get rich. Apparently we're already at 54 meters underground as well, so we're making very good time. This shovel is definitely nice and big, so we'll get deeper very quick. The warehouse is also full. We have been selling up a storm. I feel like as we get deeper, the neighbor's going to show up more. kind of like that. So the warehouse, we're going to sell all $834 to $3,600. All right, we're definitely getting a pickaxe upgrade. I feel like we want the dog. They're going to bark louder when a neighbor gets close. And so we're going to know when he shows up. I don't really know what the neighbor does. I think he might speed up the police coming. I also want a first aid kit. Yeah, this feels a little better. And how big is this? Bigger. Definitely bigger. That was a chair, I think. Someone's burying chairs out here. I don't know who lived here before, but they liked burying stuff. Maybe this is a sequel to a game about digging a hole. It's just the hole filled in. It basically ate the house and everything in. Why is there a cell phone ringing? Is that the dog telling me something? Maybe the dog chased away the neighbor. I'm not really sure what just happened. I'm going to go ahead and sell since we're up at the top. The police are coming soon, so the neighbor might have been there. Okay, we're first of all going to bury the hole. And then we're going to buy 10 vegetables. That way we can throw something at anyone we see. Apparently our dog is a health bar. I'm not sure what's hurting our beloved dog, but we will die defending this one. I also forgot to sell everything. The chairs were $29. Oh, the dog got someone's... yeah, see? He showed up again. Up, and then down he goes. Police are here again. In they come. Is someone going to appear at the window again? Because I've got a tomato ready. It appears not. That's very sad. But that means I can get back to digging my hole in peace. Now, what I need is more of the high-value stuff. This is also swinging considerably faster than the first shovel. I can feel the difference. The cell phone is ringing again. Is that a sign? Oh, yeah, the dog lets me know every time the neighbor shows up. But the dog also scares him away. Anyways, we'll go ahead and sell everything we got. Wasn't a ton of money, but we need to find another one of those treasure piles. I'm apparently down 77 meters. We're still not really finding any new ore. Although we did find something here. I'm trying to install a light right now so we can actually see what we're looking at. Oh, it's just a big chunk of iron. I thought it was like a cavern until I put the light on, then I could see. I did just find a table as well. We've sent it to the warehouse. That's probably worth more than the ore. Okay, the cell phone is ringing. I think that means the dog is, yep, chasing the bad guy away. We'll go ahead and heal up the dog and take a look at what our stuff is worth. There's a table, only $38, but we're back up to $12.65. That's a new something, a sapphire. That's got to be worth money. Oh, and my meter thing's going off again. Perfect. That means there's a good amount of money and treasure over here. This is so much quicker. I really notice it now that I'm actually heading for a specific thing. There's also a skateboard way down here. And the neighbor's back. He's very persistent. It looks like he's not going away this time. There you go. Catch. Catch again? Why isn't he leaving? Uh-oh. That can't be good. There we go. Well, the dog has a phone. That's how it contacts me. So the sapphire is only $68, which is still actually really good. But I'm going to try and get just a little more digging in before we have to stop for the policeman. There's also a small rack. I have no idea what that actually is, but it's probably worth some money. So we've reached 100 meters deep. I got an achievement for that. The police are showing up very soon, so I've got to get back up. And I think the neighbor is also back. Okay, the dog handled the neighbor, but that was really speeding up the police coming up, I believe. So one more of these and then we're good to go. But not before selling everything, $2,500. I wonder if the police are ever suspicious as to why I'm always holding a digging instrument. I get an achievement for surviving 5 police visits because that's so very hard. Now, where were we? We had some crabs spawn right in our face. That's what all the blue goo is about. Actually did a fair bit of damage to me as well. If I get caught on those really badly, I'll have to abort the hole. Ooh, look at this. Emerald. Big emerald. That had to be worth something. We're about to break through at 100 meters, so we're finding sapphires and emeralds. And that's a good sign. Hopefully we get a big reward for this. We still got 15 whatevers to go to get down there. We're 100 meters down, officially 101. But since I'm finding lots of gems, I think we're going to sell that to see what all that is worth. Scrolling all the way down. Emeralds are 115, so yeah, go ahead and sell that. 3 grand. We've hit quite a dead spot. Suddenly we were going through all sorts of gems and now we find just dirt. But my faithful dog has told me that the idiot neighbor is back and he's fallen into the hedge again. We'll sell everything we got. That gives us a little over $3,000. So we're going to put the camel carpet back on. But I'm also going to get a pickaxe upgrade, but I'm going to skip over. We're going to go from this pickaxe to all the way down to this one. So it's, I think, going to be bigger, wider, and faster. Oh, it actually won't let me. Must have the previous tool. I guess we're going to this pickaxe first, which, to be fair, will still be faster. Police visit successful. I realized we got to feed the dog vegetables. That's what keeps his health up. There you go. Now keep me safe from the stupid neighbor. So now with our bigger, better pickaxe, we need to go 11 downwards. Hopefully there's lots of gems and treasure. The neighbor is already showing up top. Did the dog handle that? I'm assuming the dog handled that. I'm just really tired of having to fly up to the surface every 10 seconds to chase a neighbor off my fence. Ooh, I think I found a big emerald pocket below. And also a carton box. A carton of cigarettes. I'm not really sure what that is. We'll jump all the way in here. Okay, as soon as I can see what I'm doing, we will put up some lights. Can we put a light somewhere? I did buy a lot of lights for a reason. Yeah, this is a good one. Sapphire, emerald, emerald. And we still got lots of time before the police shows up. I'm not going to mine any of the garbage stuff. We are only going to focus on good stuff like skateboards and golf clubs. It can be hard to recognize it all because it does not look like gems. We'll try and add some light so we can actually see what we're doing in here. There's a crate. There's a vase. That is most definitely a crocodile. Ooh, there's a shotgun. That's got to be worth something. Pretty sure we stand on that and jump. The dog seems to have handled the neighbor. Got to be careful not to fall into things. A stick. Someone's underground hut. So we'll go ahead and ransack this. Guitar, TV, table. It all makes perfect sense. Even some wood. Is there anything else here for us to grab? I don't know if we can touch anything else. Uh-oh. Okay, we lost $500 for that. We died for the first time. But I kept my whole warehouse, so I'll go from 600 to 3,300, which means I can buy the next pickaxe now. I'm also going to buy more lamps, and you know what? Let's buy the first bomb. Just kidding, I don't have enough money. The police are showing up soon. I think we got time to get down there and dig a little bit first, though, because we're down 150 meters. Yeah, okay, this is much bigger again, so we'll definitely get down there fast. There's copper, there's sapphire. The dog scared the neighbor away, so the police should still be a minute away. I found another cavern almost right away. There's red gems down there. There must be rubies. We'll see if we can get down there before the police show up. Yeah, okay, there's lots of things, including gold and rubies. Oh, this is such a good cavern. We'll admire it for just a second. I gotta get back up. Okay, first things first at the top, camel carpet, down. And then the warehouse, the sapphires are 68, emeralds 115, rubies 71. Thought there would be more. The gold is 37. Maybe it depends on like the size of them, or maybe they just vary piece to piece. But now I will buy the first bomb. And we'll throw that down there somewhere. It even looks fun. Oh, the neighbor's been here the whole time. The dog can't scare him away for some reason. So we'll go ahead and solve that little problem. Nothing to see here, officer. Just a man with a battery-powered pickaxe. And an affinity for large explosions, which we'll test out momentarily. We're just mining whatever we can in case we accidentally destroy it. There's an electric iron and an SMG. Okay, that's got to be worth something to the right person. Okay, we're going to dig straight down a little ways to hopefully drop the bomb into a hole, and it's hopefully going to open up a whole new world for us. I don't know if I'm far enough away to feel safe doing this, but I guess we don't know until, okay, that didn't, okay, you know what? Yep, we're going to leave the hole for a sec. I got stuck on the bomb. Oh, the crabs are back. I think they're gone. They show up very randomly and this hurts you a lot. Uh-oh. The neighbor's back. I'm sure the dog will deal with that. We get other problems to worry about. Did the bomb despawn? I feel like the bomb didn't do anything, which is very sad. I might have placed it wrong, to be fair. It was a little chaotic in that moment. Although maybe it blew up here. When I teleported up, I might have dragged it upwards because this is a big impact of something. We found a white ruby, apparently. I assume that's just a ruby that's, yeah, we saw the top of it. There's another sapphire. It feels fun to find them. Even though they have wildly varying values, it's just very satisfying to mine up the gems. I just picked up something called a barrier. I just caught the edge of it somewhere in the dirt. I assume it's just something we can sell for money. I got a weird, like, message with that phone call from the dog, so I assume it meant it was going to take extra. Maybe the dog's getting low on health. Anyways, we're going to sell all $650 to $3,200, so we're making lots. I need 1,000 more to get a low-budget drill. Those are going to be super fast. Maybe a smaller area, but that speed is going to make up for it, so we got to get back down there. At least at this point, I could basically just spin in a circle and mine downwards, and we make pretty good progress. Think I found a buried guitar, and a new cavern for that matter. Yeah, that's a guitar. It's black. It wanted to clarify. So we found a black guitar and all sorts of gems in here. Gotta remember the police are coming reasonably soon, so grab everything we can and get out. There is so much stuff in here. Okay, there's also the neighbor here, I think. There's also a giant sapphire piece. The dog, I think, handled the neighbor, so we're gonna be so rich after this one. Look at it all. There's also a stick and a football and a bunch of evil crabs. Not sure if they just despawned. That's fine. That's a big circle. Okay, the police are almost here, so I've really got to hurry and buy the camel carpet. Probably got to get rid of the crabs too, because that might be obvious. We're digging a hole if the hole spawning crabs are playing in the yard, although they seem to be gone. The electric guitar apparently is only $25, but if we sell all, that gave us over $4,800. So we're going to buy the low budget drill and probably also a first aid kit. Yeah, when you want to go mining way underground, the best thing to buy is
One of these teeny tiny drills.
the neighbors come back before I was even able to start using the drill. Right back into the money cavern. There's also a microphone. Hopefully that's valuable. Just gonna take mostly the gems and ore like gold out of here. I think we got it all. We're gonna go to the lowest point. cheese. Just ran into the crabs again. Not sure what I'm looking at ahead of me. My warehouse is full, and I believe the neighbor has shown up again. Yeah, the dog's barking at him over here. But that's perfectly fine because we can take all our stuff here and see what it's all worth. $400 to $1,600. Just gonna top up on vegetables and lights and get right back in there because we're getting so deep so quick. Okay, I think I just broke into yet another cavern. So these are showing up often. We destroyed the crabs. I was ready for them that time. Apparently this is 300 meters deep. This isn't a very big cavern, but I'm okay with that because now it's only 20 meters this way. 17 meters, 17 whatever's that way. I can't wait for the bigger drill to make bigger human-sized holes. I went like this way and I like put my head through the wall. I think there's another pocket over here, but also lots of gems. I definitely saw gems. Yeah, I found the next pocket. The neighbor had shown up for a sec. The dog seems to have dealt with them. We're gonna break into here and there's definitely some glowy stuff in here. Yellow crystals, just very vaguely named yellow crystals. I can't really go too far in here yet and it's very dark. We're gonna buy lots of lamps before we wander in there, just to be sure, because the darkness, I feel like this game will have surprises. Okay, the warehouse is full. I don't know what I just drilled up. The drill is working so quick it's hard to keep up with. The shotgun we dug up there was worth $1,500 by itself. So if we go to sell it all, we'll go from about $1,300 to almost $4,000, which is not quite enough to buy the next drill. I should upgrade the warehouse because we are actually filling it. So I'm going to do that and then we're going to get a first aid kit and then buy lamps. The police officer is leaving. Time to go all the way back down. I did also just find a blue crystal and another shotgun there. Hopefully the dog's able to deal with that. Seems like it was. So we're going to place some lights because I figured I would be attacked by something. So far it's just the blue crabs really, so we can deal with those. A drinks machine. Yep, I want lots of lights. I also want to remove those. That is a pig or a bulldog. It's hard to see from here. We'll go say hello and see if we can keep it for ourselves. We can also dig into that. Okay, the pig attacks me and the pig's attacking me. Got it. Got it. Think I died. $500 well spent. But do we make a profit? I'm not sure. It doesn't read the price up there, but we're up to $3,700 again. So is it gone now? I think it might be gone. There's a toilet. Oh no, it's right there. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, it just murders us as soon as it sees us. We might be able to lure it out or something. Not really sure yet. Pretty sure I just lost money on that. Well, not much money. But you know what? I'm not here to deal with tunnel pigs. I'm here to go deep. So that is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going down. I think I just found maybe even 2 shotguns. I found at least 1. Yeah, this drill is super quick. There's some yellow crystals. So once we get the upgraded drill, we're going to go even faster. My warehouse is once again full, but we did just get a whole bunch of assorted stuff. Not sure if we found anything interesting. Obviously the shotgun, there's a table, a machine gun. I didn't even see us drill through that, so that's all worth a lot of money. That gives us 7,800, so we could definitely get a better drill. This one I think this goes a little deeper and is actually quite a bit quicker. Aside from that, I'm going to spend some leftover money upgrading my warehouse because I believe I already laid down the carpet, so I don't need more money. And since I am out of money and the time's winding down, we're just waiting for the police and feeding the dog, who is barking at the neighbor almost immediately as the police show up. Why don't the police do anything about the man hanging out on my wall peeping into my yard? Alright, time to put our new drill into action. Yep, it is quicker again. Again, its width isn't maybe bigger, but I think its depth is. I'm not really sure what those readings on it are, but it is quicker. That looks like a new type of rock. What is this? Oh, it's just a big sapphire. I must be getting rich when I'm getting disappointed to find enormous sapphires. We got another tunnel somewhere nearby, probably full of aggressive creatures as well. Finding more yellow and blue crystals down here. I haven't really checked the value of them, but I assume they're worth a lot. I guess we'll head in that direction now since I think we're almost already deep enough. We're almost 400 meters down, which I assume is where this one is. Oh, my warehouse has been full. I've been ignoring the beeping sound. Probably want to go deal with that. So the blue crystals are 169. I think I have a yellow one here, 177. Well, then it's right back to work. Look at all the crystals in this big cavern. I don't even know if this is the one I'm looking for or not. There's another cheese wheel and more gems. Wow, this one's really tall. I wish I dug into this from up top. It would have saved myself so much time. Okay, apparently this wasn't entirely what we're looking for. It's below me. Found the next cavern. Let's give it some light. Hopefully there's some treasure here. The police also showing up soon, as well as some annoying blue crabs. I think I found a SWAT rifle. That's got to be worth a few grand. But before getting any further there, we got to police proof ourselves and check the value of things. I'm not really sure where the police rifle disappeared to. Might have actually been full by the time we tried to suck that up, so that could be a shame. But let's make our warehouse bigger because we are just continually filling that thing up in no time at all. It actually takes a fair amount of time just to get down here. Like, we are getting deep. Okay, we found a coffin. Is there anything in the coffin? There's a flag, a trophy. Coffin? Alright, we're taking the coffin. Chair, that. I guess that's sort of that. except for that bottle. And we continue onwards. I'm actually starting to get annoyed at the amount of like coal and stuff we're still mining. It's just taking valuable space. It's worth so little at this point that I'd really rather just not. What is that thing? A tort? I don't know what a tort is, but I'll take one. The warehouse is already full. So that means I need to come all the way up, sell everything I have. The coffin is worth 700. So we're back up to almost 4 grand. It's just annoying because it does take a long time to get back down. I just want to make sure the dog's going to scare him off before I start. Coming up on 500 meters down, we deserve a light for that. We got our meter going again. We'll find another tunnel of treasure. It's getting hard to tell where the arrow wants me to go. I think at this point, because it moves so much, it's probably straight below me. Warehouse full, police is coming anyway, so let's put the thing down and see what kind of value we got. So 3,400 to 5,300. That wasn't a huge amount of money, but we're getting closer to Dr. Drill. Before going back down, I'm adding another 10 slots to my warehouse. That was very expensive, but I need more time in the hole. It takes me 4 years just to get back down to the bottom. I think I just burrowed into my new hole. So we'll hopefully find lots of good stuff in here. There's already lots of gems and money suitcase and a big basket. Ooh, drugs have got to be worth a lot. And an enormous sapphire block. That was bread, apparently. I'm not going to reach out for too much of that because I just can't be bothered, but that thing might be valuable. What is that? Whatever the case, this particular pocket is hugely valuable just based on the amount of different stuff. This one's also very dark as we go in there, so I'm going to maybe take my stuff to the surface and sell before I dive in there. Oh, I almost missed the Uzi. Also a really big coin. Apparently it's called a dig coin. Okay. So all of that will take us from 1,500 to 8,800. And yes, that means I get Dr. Drill. That's the same speed, but bigger hole. Okay, so let's see what kind of evil thing hides in this place. Big wood planks. Okay, I'll take all of those. The crabs have respawned. There's also sapphire there. And I think these are actually worth a lot. Drugs? Pretty sure something is about to attack me that's not crabs. Although there are still lots of crabs. A machine gun I think is worth like 3 grand, so we'll take that. Someone's having a picnic down here amongst the guns and drugs as well. I don't know what to make of this. There's all sorts of random stuff all over the place. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing more with this, but it's all of value to me. Look at all the drugs. I've emptied out this cavern. The police are going to show up reasonably soon. I think we made lots of money, so we're going to get up. So the big wood planks weren't worth much, but we had to move them. The big drink machine was 750. Those are 1,600 each, 1,900 for the machine gun. You get the 21,000. Before we cover a hole for a minute, I just want to try out this drill for a second to see what it feels like. Yeah, that's moving dirt, but we got to cover it again and buy the next upgrade. So that's much bigger again and even faster. Okay, the police inspection is done. We finally made our way back, and yeah, this is going to get quick. It's big enough that we could almost get away with just drilling a single spot and fitting through it. At this point, I really am just starting to actively mine around lots of the little stuff because we're going so deep so fast anyway that I could care less about the boring stuff. Even doing that, our thing filled up so quickly. But if we sell all that, that gives us 15,000. Not sure what we got that was worth so much. But we get a better perforator. That's going to go even quicker and bigger. We're halfway to a police inspection.
But I think I can still get a little bit of drilling before they show up.
So this is moving even more dirt again. It's hard to imagine things going any quicker, but they will get bigger. We got another thing, 25 whatever's that way. I got an achievement for 700 meters. 700 meters of all things is apparently significant. Okay, we found the next cavern. The police are still a little ways away. Surprised at the speed at which I did this. This is another place full of all sorts of stuff. I'm not even sure like what to prioritize at this point. I gotta keep an eye on the police meter, so we're gonna mine as much as we can. That's a blue crystal chunk. Police are showing up soon, so we brought our haul back to the surface. We could sell all that, go from about 3,000 to 8,000, so we got 5,000 for that. So I'm gonna increase my warehouse maybe 2 more times, and then we're also gonna make more laps. Okay, let's explore this one. Little crabs coming around everywhere, that's fine. We're gonna make some money in here. Well, we have a camera pointed at this couch with ore on it. You know, for how deep we are, I thought there would be rarer, better stuff than what we found. It was worth a little bit, but the last cave I think was probably worth a lot more. But that's okay. When in doubt, go deeper. Okay, we already fell into a new cavern almost immediately. This one looks like it's got big holes punched out of it, so I'm not sure if that's natural or supposed to be like a warning. Joke's on the game, I'm too stupid to understand the warning. The next trip to the surface will take us from 4,600 to 14,000. That was a $10,000 haul, which is also enough for the new perforator. That's bigger and considerably quicker again. We seem to be finding green glowy things suddenly. We are close to 900 meters, so we should start finding interesting things at some point. The police are coming, but apparently I just got an achievement for reaching the bottom, just shy of 1,000 meters. But I feel like there's something to see at the bottom. For now, we're going to sell all. That was only a couple grand worth of stuff. So it seems to be another one of situations where it's going to funnel us down maybe into the center over here, or this literally is just the bottom. Here we did find whatever that is. That's something. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I've uncovered a little bit. Let's interact with it and see what happens. Oh. Okay, apparently we've dug all the way through to the other side of the earth. I wanted a bigger drill. Oh, there's other endings as well. Also, this isn't even a fully upgraded drill, but that was like a tier 2 shovel from way back when. Look at the difference. It's bigger, but we can also just punch it down that quickly. It took us forever to dig that before. For $133, I can also buy beer that boosts your strength. So we'll try a few of those, because I think we can use that to, drill bigger. And that's going to be important, because I think somewhere down there, there's more to find. Oh, wait, it's showing me a new... Is it because I'm back here again after reloading in? I've also realized that all the furniture I've been collecting along the way, I could put into my house, and that's the house meter in the lower left too. It hasn't gone up because I haven't put a single piece of furniture in, but we may now have a vase. And apparently all this stuff respawned, so okay, I'll take this and put it in my house. So when it comes to some of the big stuff, we can take, does that put it into the house? How does that work? Well, I took a few things. We're just going to sell the rest for money because that gave me 20 grand. So with that, we're going to buy this saw because I'm pretty sure that plus a beer is even more digging power. Makes us a little wobbly though. So I guess after loading in again, like all of this stuff respawned, so I could just make really easy money. I got to the very bottom, back to the manhole, and I've glitched through. So we're going to take a look to see if there's anything of interest right here. This is definitely cheating a little bit, but that's okay because I want to see what's up there. Oh, all this stuff spits out right there when I take it. I get it now. So for now, we're going to cover our hole. We're going to let the police come and investigate our hole. But I'm also, going to go put stuff in the house. Because I'm obviously an interior designer at heart. That's like 1% of the way there. That's outstanding. So if we just throw stuff in here, apparently the value goes up. I don't think we have to do it in any particular order. A machine gun should add some value. Can we stack it on the shelf? No, we cannot. This will add some value to the house. In the bathtub, on the bathtub. Yeah, my girlfriend's definitely going to come back after I fill the house with enough garbage. So we'll sell those. We're going to take that, a money suitcase. Yeah, I assume the more valuable stuff is, like, the more it's going to do for us. It's going to get really annoying having to carry things in one by one. There might be a better way to do this, but I don't yet know it. I've tried using things and all I did was got hurt. Okay, well, I put quite a bit of stuff in here. The value of the house went up by like 20%. I just spent another trip down below mining. There's some things, we definitely need a coffin in the house. We need to put a barrier down. Wait, can I also put like emeralds in the house? We're going to sell the rest of that because I need a bit of money. I'm like a nesting bird. I put enough crap inside and I will attract a partner. It looks like I absolutely can put an emerald inside. Does it increase the value of the house? Not sure. If it was very, very small. I just went through the same ending again because everything respawns after that. So I mined some easy stuff, made 35,000. So that means we can get a better drill. And the super saw full tuning. So that looks something like that. And that's without any alcohol. That is super, super quick. So let's drink that and maybe it's bigger again. It's hard to say at this point, but this thing's mining fast. So that's what a max upgraded drill looks like, and we found the bottom, so I'm feeling pretty accomplished. So the only thing left to do is assault the police officer by throwing stuff at him. Is that an ending? No, he doesn't even care. He's only worried about holes in the yard. He doesn't care that I'm literally assaulting him. Well, I guess I have my enormous hole, drill, and dog.